Good evening. I hope you're doing well. This is a question from one of the students, Poonam, and I thought that the question that she's asked, which is regarding the legal setup to optimize trading cost, and she has put forth a question. The answer to that question, or at least my perspective to that question, might be of use to more traders who are looking for an optimal way of managing costs while trading, and also to make the most out of the tax incentives that might be there for trading. So let's just get to the question. Hi Sahil, hope you are in good health. Thank you, I am. So here she's explaining her current position. She's saying currently my only source of income is from stock market, which basically obviously means that this is a professional trader. If there is an income source coming from the stock market, this is obviously a professional trader. And so I'll just mark my points in blue, so which means, or I'll bold this, which basically means that we are dealing with a professional trader here. And as we don't get any exemption on capital gain, obviously capital gain income, so capital gain income are slightly conflicting. I'll explain why. Income is different, capital gain is different. So capital gain is anything greater than 12 months in the current scenario. They can change it anytime, as they have been doing. And obviously income is lesser than 12 months. It's basically like your salary, or at max you could say if you were consulting you would get paid in a quarter or maybe half yearly, but something along those lines. So yes, we don't get any capital gain exemption on the income that we make from the market, which is correct. So I'll just mark what is my perspective. So the point being that this means I'm just simply saying how I interpret this question. I might be wrong. I'm not a CA, but this is how I interpret the question, and I think that because we are less focused on the specific answer, but more focused on the framework of thinking and dialogue. Anyways, so she is considering registering a LLP account now. If she's considering registering an LLP account to do either have capital gains or some kind of tax exemption on income, that's not going to happen there either. The tax structure for an individual and an LLP is broadly the same in my view. Corporate taxes are capped at 25%, but the FNO income is still the same. That is, the base rate of 30% is applicable even if a private limited company or a separate legal entity trades on FNO. And once it crosses certain levels, it is my view, and this is where perhaps a CA can answer. Once it crosses certain level, let's just say you make 10 crore income, then in that case you will be hit by a surcharge of 37%, regardless of whether it is an LLP account or an individual account. This is my view. I'm not sure. If let's just assume that there is a cap on the surcharge, then that is what you're going to save if there is an LLP account. But means okay, I've never obviously made 10 crore in a year, but if there were a way of if this were the case, then maybe perhaps even I can consider. So if there are CAs watching this video, instead of asking ChatGPT, I would just simply leave it up for a discussion amongst yourselves. But the one thing that I believe at the moment, and I'm open to change that view because it's just formed out of it's just situational knowledge, I think, is that whether you're trading from an LLP, a private limited, a HUF, or an individual, the tax norms are the exact same, so you don't get any benefit. So she wants to do trading under that account and take salary. Okay, so she wants to show, and this is okay, this is interesting. So she wants to take a salary from the LLP in order to save the tax. Now the thing is this: let's assume you have made income from FNO, because we are talking about income. So the base tax is going to be 30%. And if trading is your only income source, you see, as an individual, if trading is your only income source, you have many slabs in which the income will be exempt. Those things don't exist for an LLP. So unless you're making huge amounts of money, where those slabs become redundant, or maybe those slabs won't become redundant, those slabs will still remain because they're coming in the form of salary from the LLP account. So I'm just trying to think here. Let's assume you make 10 crore profit. In that case, you will have a tax liability of 4 crore 30 lakh if that profit is coming from FNO. Now, how much can you show as income? Now, let's just say, for example, you decide to show an income of 1 crore rupee to you. Then also, you see, the profit will become 9 crore, and a 42.7 or a 43% tax slab will be applied at 9 crore. But if your own income is at 1 crore, I think the surcharge will not be 37, but it still does amount to 35% tax. I'm not sure. So yeah, but all of this is making sense if you are making a lot of money, because if you're just making say 25 lakhs, then I don't think so. I don't know if there is merit in doing that. I would be happy to maybe even have a podcast with the CA if to discuss this topic, because the inputs that I get might actually, it might result. I have a private limited company of my own, but I don't trade under that account because I don't see any relevance of it. So yeah, this is my view so far. For that, I wanted to consult a CA. After your question, even I want to consult a CA. I encounter a couple of CA who are more into filing salaried people, and that is correct. Basically, CA, obviously, it's a very vast field, and consequently, they specialize based on the clients that they have. A CA who is managing the accounts of a pharmaceutical company usually does just that. Process CAs are obviously different. So yeah, so I think that I also do not know, like, even I do have a CA, and I believe that he has learned about taxation regarding trading only because of me. And that's the feeling that I get. Obviously, he's highly qualified and they're managing accounts for many companies and individuals, but the hands-on experience of filing for F&O taxes and expenses are actually coming from my side. So I do not know how good they are. If you are in Pune, my CA actually is in Siagadh. That's quite far from where I stay. If you would like to talk to them, obviously, I can leave the number here itself. So just give me a moment. I'm just giving the number right here. You can consult them. You need not mention, that it's coming through Sahil, because you are not likely to get any discount as such because of me. He's my CA. I'm just sharing that, this is the person that I go to. And 94052 83212. So yeah, this is the CA, and his name is Dhruv. So you could just consult him. So I'm looking for someone who is more into handling client, high majority of income from. Yeah, so this is the person, but like I said, that it is my opinion that he has learned, or their team has learned a lot about specifics to F&O through the work that comes from me and my family members. We have done some things to plan our taxes more effectively, but none of them at the moment has been revolving around creating a new legal entity in order to save tax. Like, that has not yet been done, but I think you can just discuss this idea with Dhruv, or if you don't find anyone. As you are in Pune, I thought of asking you so that you could suggest the CA whenever. So I've done this. I hope that this is useful, and I hope that this answers queries, or at least piques someone's interest towards looking into detail regarding this. So I'm sorry I'm not being too helpful, but actually your question has sort of triggered more questions for me, and I'll be hopeful to maybe speak to a CA on this topic. If my initial bias is right or wrong. So thank you for your time. I hope that this video has been of some utility to you. I'll be sharing the link with you on the WhatsApp message from the number that you sent me. Thank you. Take care.